Hi everyone, I'm Corrie. Today I'm going to show you how I made this Sunflower Mandala. Super sparkly, as always. The frame is from IKEA. I can't remember the name of it, but I know I've videoed me putting it in the frame, so it should be on there as we go through the video. What I'm going to do now is just show you where I found the mandala, because it was a free SVG online. And it had some leaves, so I just removed those. I just really wanted the sunflower, and then I'll show you the colours that I used to put this together. I've got them here. I hope they're in order. Okay, so at the back we started with plain black, and then I used this gold mirror effect. Next up is a glitter card, which is almost like a copper. This is actually the ones that I used. I wanted to make sure I was showing you the right ones. Then I used this like a rose gold holographic. Next up is it's like a yellow coloured glitter, more like a fine shimmer. This one's from Doodlebug. I got that one many moons ago and was really excited to use it. Then I used a black glitter on the front, and then for the center of the flower I again used this like copper holographic with plain black on top. For the name I used just plain black, then the gold mirror, then plain black again, and then I just used this gorgeous gold glitter on the front. I also cut a piece for the back because it came with a frame, and I just wanted, it's just plain white card that I stuck it on, and that's it. But I'll go into Cricut Design Space now. I'll show you where I got the mandala and how I put it all together. Okay, so here we are in Cricut Design Space, and this is my project. I've already uploaded the mandala, so I'm just going to click upload and try to find it. It's from Special Heart Studio. These are all the things I've been playing around with and working on. And there it is. As you can see, it had some leaves, a couple of layers of leaves behind it. I decided to remove those. There we go, just brought it in. Came in like that, beautiful. All the layers were just sitting there. Sometimes you get an SVG and sometimes it's all over the place, but this one was just absolutely perfect. So I just removed those back 2 layers of leaves, ungrouped it, and then I like to take them apart and just have a good look at what we're going to do. And then I just changed all the colours. So if I copy what I've done at the top, obviously highlight a layer and then choose it. I put brown initially at the back, but it's actually black that I used. And then I'm just going to go through and change each colour so it kind of matches. Obviously you can do this whatever colours you want, whatever colours you've got available. I love glitter and holographic, so it had to be those. And but even as I was going through the design, I was still pulling out colours and trying to work out what layer would look good with what. Just trying to copy exactly what I've got there. Actually, that one was a different colour as well. Again, a last minute change. But that's the beauty of creating all these things. Once you've got it the way you like it, just highlight it and centre it, and that will bring the image all together. I've almost got them the same, not quite. That was just to show you how I did it. So then I group it all together, and then obviously you can change the size of it. But what I'm going to do now is create the text. So just go to text and type in the name. And then I used a font called River Rocks. So I'm just going to weld it, and then I'm going to use the offset to create those layers behind. It always seems to be set to 0.25. I kind of like it at 111. I think it's just a nice thinner offset for lettering, and it tends to keep the same offset every time you use it. So you can offset and then change the colour, and then you can offset again and carry on. So once you've got as many layers as you want, just highlight them, group them, and then obviously you can change the size. If you unlock it at the side, you can change it like this if you want to. Happy with it like that. Put it in the middle and then highlight it again, group it all together, and then you can move it around and resize it to whatever size frame you've got. Just going to click Make It. I'm using a Maker 3, so you have to select on matte. The first one there is actually, I didn't show you this. What I did was the frame had like a almost like a frame inside of it that I didn't want to use. So I just worked out the size of the frame and made a piece of white card that fit. Okay, so I've set my base material to glitter cardstock, and I'm going to click the Remember Material settings. Here we are, everything's been cut now. I'm just going to show you how I put it all together. So I've started with the gold mirror and just used double-sided foam tape to attach it to the black, which is the base. And then I'm going to move my way forward. So basically this is the next layer up, so the third layer up. And I'm using foam dots here, and I'm using some of the scrap pieces as well because it's such a thin design. I know you can get really small foam squares, I think they are, but I didn't have any, so I'm just being economical and using the scraps, and they work great. A bit time consuming, but it's fine. So as you can see, switching between foam tape and foam dots, just whatever works really. Now, because it's going inside of a frame, I didn't worry too much about the thin cuts. Like normally if it was going to go on a card or something, I might want to glue those down, but because it's going inside and behind a piece of glass or plastic and nobody was going to be touching it, I decided to just use the foam tape in the center so that it gave even more of a 3D effect. As you can see on this center part, basically just used the one dot to put it together. There we go. So that's going to go like that. Because we're gluing on top of glitter here though, I used some Beacon 3-in-1. I find that glitter cardstock can be quite difficult to glue on top of. You need a really good glue for it to stay on. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so moving on to putting the name together, it's just 4 layers of card. I'm starting at the back and using foam dots on the gold mirror, attaching it to the black. Then I'm using a Zig 2-way glue pen, which is great for small details like this because this is a delicate cut. And then I'm going to put foam dots again on the back, again cutting small scraps to get in those really thin areas. Okay, and then I need to attach it to there, and I'm going to use the beacon again because it's a good strong glue. Just squash it on like that. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, now I'm going to show you how I put it into the frame. It's a Reba frame from IKEA. This tool from Cricut is excellent for opening up the backs. Okay, and this is the frame I was sort of telling you about earlier. I didn't want to keep that white frame inside, so I created a piece of white card to go onto the back. Just take off the plastic. Again, Cricut tools coming in very handy for these things. It's plastic now in these frames. They used to be glass. Much safer. Now I put that piece back in like that. And then I covered the back with this white piece of card. For that I used the beacon glue again. Just checked positioning just a little bit and made a mark. Again, used the beacon glue to attach it to the back. I did it quite quickly here, popped it in the frame, and then I left it to sit overnight. And here's the finished article. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and found it helpful. Please subscribe. Thanks now. Bye.